Hello everybody, we are from Group 1. Today we will explain material about simple present tense. Before that, we will introduce ourselves. Start from me. My name is Gustiayu Nyoman Sukmariandari.
My name is Niputu Srintan Sari.
My name is Komapani Yudi Satyani.
My name is Maria Laura Putri Sitrianus Mino.
My name is Niputu Oktarinanda.
My name is Made Sudiarso.
And my name is Newayan Adipriantini.
First, I will tell you the definition of simple present tense. Simple present tense is a verb with two main uses. The principal use of the simple present tense is to an action or event that takes place habitually, but with the verb to be. The simple present tense also refers to a present or general state, whether temporary, permanent, or habitual. When we use simple present tense, first, when an action is happening right now. Second, when an action happens regularly. I will give you example. First, she goes to school daily. Second, I wear shoes every day. Now let's move to formula.
For the formula, simple present tense have three sections, and there are affirmative or positive, negative, and interrogative. First, I will tell you about the affirmative or positive sentence. The formula is subject plus verb 1 and then object. But when the subject is she, he, or it, the verb 1 is added by s. So it will be subject, she, he, or it, plus verb 1 plus s, and object. And then the second one is negative sentence. The formula is are, you, they, we subject plus do or done plus verb 1 plus object. And then she, he, it subject plus does not or doesn't plus verb 1 and then object. Last but not least, interrogative sentence. The formula is do plus are, you, they, we subject plus verb 1 and then followed by question mark. Then does for the she, he, or it subject plus verb 1 and then question mark.
Okay, I'm gonna next presentation. I'm gonna tell about type of simple present tense. In simple present tense, there are two types, verbal and nominal. Verbal, kata kuncinya adalah verb, di mana kalimat yang menggunakan kata kerja. Example-nya adalah she goes to school. Di sini karena menggunakan she, jadi ada penambahan s dan es. Verbal menjelaskan dari subjek. Jadi untuk negatifnya ada she doesn't go to school dengan penambahan do not dan doesn't not. Sedangkan untuk interrogatifnya tinggal memindahkan do dan does ke depan kalimat. Seperti does she go to school? Selanjutnya dilanjutkan oleh subjek, verb 1 dan objek. Sedangkan nominal, kata nominal yaitu berarti noun yang berarti lawan kata dari verb. Tidak menggunakan kata kerja, tapi menggunakan to be. Example-nya adalah he's very patient. To be yang digunakan adalah is karena dia termasuk she, it. Sedangkan I akan menggunakan am dan you, Dewi akan menggunakan are. Negatifnya adalah he's not very patient dengan menambahkan not setelah to be. Setelah itu interrogatifnya adalah is she patient dengan memindahkan to be is, am, are ke depan kalimat. Setelah itu dilanjutkan oleh subjek plus adjective, noun, atau adverb. Okay, the next material will be present by Maria.
Thank you for the time. I will read the following material. In this material, I'll read discussion about phrase with discussion the contains as, how to use as, or as and is. As in use for regular verb, example, read or reads, like or likes. So the reading when and different when we add as at the end of the verb. Also use as. In this, the ending verb of the verb is vowel before ye, example, play or plays. Explanation number 2. In this con material, I will discussion the continuous is the ending verb of the verb is s, x, or ch, z, o. Example, was, was, fix, or fixes. Example number 3, use, ISIS. Is the ending verb of the verb in consonant before ye. Example, study or students. Thank you. Penjelasan materi selanjutnya dijelaskan oleh teman saya Nanda.
I will explain to you about another function of simple present tense. First, the function of the simple present tense is to show about fact, truth, and generalization. The first example, the sun is bright. Itu adalah fakta, semua orang tahu matahari cerah. The second of example is cats are better than dogs. Now, mungkin Anda tidak setuju dengan pendapat saya. Saya membuat generalisasi tentang kucing dan anjing dalam contoh ini. Finally, the last exam, it is cold in winter. Ini tergantung di mana Anda tinggal, but for a lot of people, or let's say for most people, it is cold in the winter. So that's the truth, some people. The second function, to talk about habits and routines. First example is I always eat lunch at noon. Di sini menggunakan adverb always karena berbicara sesuatu yang dilakukan secara teratur. Second example is I go to school every day. Di sini ada kata every day. Kita dapat mengetahui bahwa ini adalah rutinitas. The third function is use the present simple tense with non-continuous verb. Non-continuous verb that cannot be used in continuous forms are usually verbs that you cannot see somebody doing. These verbs are rarely used in continuous forms. These are connected with thought, opinion, feelings, emotion, and our five senses. The first example is I have class at 8 a.m. That's pretty soon, sehingga saya bisa mengatakan saya memiliki kelas. The second example is Lisa arrives on Sunday. Again, the near future someday. So I use simple present tense and we add an S at the end of arrive because Lisa, the subject, is a she. The fifth function is negative usage of the simple present tense. The first example is Mike eats bread. Di sini kata eats berisi tambahan S karena subjeknya Mike atau he. Sekarang pada kalimat negatif, Mike doesn't eat bread. Di sini karena subjeknya Mike, kita menggunakan does not or doesn't. The second example is you swim well. Di sini karena subjeknya you, jadi kita tidak menambahkan s pada akhiran swim. Pada contoh kalimat negatif, you don't swim well, di sini kita menggunakan do not or don't, because the subject is you. Ini juga berlaku pada subjek I, they, dan we. The sixth function is usage for usage for question form. The first example, pada contoh pertama, yaitu do they live here? Kita menggunakan do untuk bertanya karena subjeknya they. Begitupun dengan subjek I, you, dan we. Pada contoh kedua, kita menggunakan does karena subjeknya he. Begitu juga dengan subjek she dan it. The next material will be explained by Sudiarso. Thank you.
Here I will present about another function of simple present tense, expressing requests or comments to the interlocutor. Example, please sit down, yoga. Number 8, declare events that can be certain to occur or schedule. Example, my brother goes home on a month. Number 9, strength on ability, actor, and traits. Example, Andy and Yogi speak English fluently. Getting news or information, prep that we obtain as our slay and face, say, one. Example, that's a common one us not together and always keep our stand. Next, I will present about characteristic of simple present. Text predicate is always bare infinitive. Explain the subject consists of the third person singular, such as she, he, it, cat, Stephen, sushi. The verb will have an SSS adding. Example, they often plays the guitar. Okay, the next material will be present Adi.
Okay, thank you for the time. Here I will be tell you about another characteristic of simple present tense. Number 2 is an interrogative sentence. It will be performed by adding the word do or does to a verbal sentence. As for to be, is are, we used to make non-verbal sentence in front of the subject. Jadi di sini misalnya jika kita ingin membuat sebuah kalimat tanya, kita tinggal menambahkan kata do atau does untuk membuat sebuah kalimat verbal sentence. Dan kita menggunakan to be, is are untuk membuat sebuah kalimat non-verbal. Dan ingat, to be diletakkan di depan subjek. Begitu juga berlaku dengan kalimat verbal sentence. Dan selanjutnya yang nomor 3, as for the negative sentence, you will get the word do not or don't for the subject if the subject I, you, they, we, and use does not or doesn't if the subject she, he, or it in a verbal sentence. The same goes for to be, is are. Are is non-verbal sentence behind the subject. Meanwhile, if the verbal sentence has used the word does or doesn't, we can remove the suffix s, es, or ies from the exciting verbs. You can compare the use of the words do and does. Nah, jika kita ingin membuat sebuah kalimat negatif, kita bisa menambahkan kata do not atau done, dan does not or doesn't pada kalimat verbal. Tetapi jika kita ingin membuat sebuah kalimat non-verbal, kita tinggal menambahkan to be and is are setelah subjek. Nah, jika kita ingin membuat sebuah kalimat verbal sentence, jika kita sudah menggunakan does atau doesn't, kita tidak perlu lagi menambahkan sufiks s, es, atau ies. Dan ini berlaku untuk membuat kalimat interrogatif atau kalimat negatif. Oke, next. Adverb of time in simple present tense. Here we have adverb of frequency. Nah, seperti yang kita tahu, di simple present tense itu menggunakan banyak sekali keterangan waktu. Contohnya, adverb of frequency yang sering kita gunakan adalah always, often, once a week, usually, once a month, once a while, dan yang lainnya bisa kalian cari sendiri. Dan selanjutnya kita mempunyai adverb of time yang biasanya digunakan untuk membuat kalimat simple present tense. Contohnya today, soon, already, nowadays, dan yang lainnya. Bisa kalian cari sendiri juga. Oke, slide selanjutnya. Kita juga bisa menambahkan kata every dengan keterangan waktu yang ingin kita gunakan. Misalnya every Sunday, every day, every week, dan yang lainnya. Dan yang terakhir kita bisa menggunakan kata on dengan keterangan waktu yang ingin kita gunakan. Misalnya on Sunday, on January, atau on 8 AM atau on 10 PM. Oke, selanjutnya. Oke, if you have some question, you can write that on comment section, and we will try to answer it for you. And here we have some quiz for you. You can access the link on the description box, or you can add the game code that is 5307778 Also, if you have something to be discussed about simple present tense, you can write that on comment section, and we'll learn together. And that's it for our presentation. Thank you for watching, and see you on our next video. Goodbye.